Hello friends, my name is Dr. Akshay Vyas. Today I am going to describe what yoga philosophy is. So as you all know, India is a land of yoga philosophy. There are several classic texts available on yoga philosophy. For example, Yoga Pradipika, Karan Sahita, Shav Sahita, Yoga Vasishtha, Patanjali Yogasutra, etc. Among all of them, Patanjali Yogasutra describe yoga scientifically. Others will describe what yoga will give you, and Patanjali Yogasutra will describe how yoga will give you that all things. There are several definitions on yoga available. For example, in Bhagavad Gita, Sri Krishna defines yoga as a samatvam yoga uchyate. That means state of equilibrium is known as yoga. Second definition by Krishna, that is yoga karma kaushalam. It means skillful karma is known as yoga. Third definition is in Vedic literature is given by one of our sages, that is sanyogo yoga ityukto jivatma paramatma yoga. It means unification of Jiv with Shiva, soul with Supreme Soul, or consciousness with collective consciousness is yoga. Another definition is that is sarva chinta parityago nischinto yoga uchyate, that is yoga. It means by yogic practice, the mind stuff of yogic practitioner abandon all anxiety and becomes anxiety-less, and that state is known as yoga. So, in Sanskrit, yoga word comes from word form yuj. It means to unite or to join. So here Patanjali is describing unification between soul and Supreme Soul. The way of description of yoga by Patanjali is quite distinct and unique. How? Let's see. There are 4 chapters given by Patanjali in Patanjali Yogasutra. First one is Samadhi path, second one is Sadhana path, third one is Vibhuti path, and fourth one is Kaivalya path. There are 196 aphorism or sutra given in Patanjali Yogasutra. Each sutra describe the various aspect of yoga philosophy distinct way. Patanjali starts definition of yoga by this way in Samadhi path, Artha Yoganu Sasanam. Let me describe it afterwards. First I describe what 4 chapters are. Samadhi path is a chapter which describes what super consciousness is and what properties it may possess. Second chapter is Sadhana path. It describes how a yogic practitioner can achieve the state of super consciousness. Third chapter is about Vibhuti path, which describes a yogic practitioner various powers which may be achieved by yogic practitioner in the state of super consciousness. Fourth chapter is about Kaivalya path. Kaivalya means salvation or liberation. It means fourth chapter describes how a yogi can get salvation and what happens when a yogi achieves salvation or liberation. So let's begin with first slok in Samadhi path, that is Atha Yoganu Sasanam, which translate as now the description of classic text on yoga starts. If you see the meaning of Sanskrit word yoga, it comes from verb from yuj. Yuj means to unite or to join. Here Patanjali is describing about unification of being and super being. So Patanjali describes yoga scientifically by science of concentration or focus. So again I am describing the meaning of first slok, that is Atha Yoganu Sasanam. The description of classic text of yoga starts. Here several authors have given several different definitions, but I will give totally scientific definition of yoga according to Patanjali. Patanjali is a great yogi and great scientist. He has described yoga scientifically, as I have told. I have given definition of yoga as a science of concentration, of science of focus. If you ever heard about laser in physics, laser means light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. Laser is a source of light which is highly coherent. Laser can cut even diamond, even hard rock. Why? Because various rays of light are coherent and concentrated on particular point. So same as laser, here Patanjali is emphasizing on science of focus and science of concentration. To achieve salvation or to achieve liberation, concentration is very important. If you understand the science and physics of concentration, you will have salvation or liberation in a time. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yoga with Rakshit. In the previous video, I have explained first aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra, that is Atha Yoga Anusasanam, which means the description of classic text of yoga starts. So in the present video, I will explain second aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra, that is Yogaschita Vritti Nirodh, which means that to stop the mind stuff, taking various kind of strings and take control of it is yoga. So to describe completely this aphorism, let me first ask a simple question, and that is how one can determine whether he or she may have more concentration and focus or not. So there are two parameters which determines concentration and focus, and that is timelessness and egolessness. During meditation, if a yogic practitioner feels more concentration and more focus, it means that his or her mind stuff has more concentration and more focus. So this is the technical definition of concentration and focus. Now, there is a famous subhasit in Vedic literature which describes the importance of witness state where timelessness and egolessness is there, and that is there are two birds which lives on the branch of the same tree. One bird eats various fruits, and second one is just to look at it. So second one who is just to look at the first one have witnessed it, have achieved the witness state. It means his time is frozen, he has no ego. It means he has more concentration and more focus. So this is the definition of concentration and focus and analogy. Let me explain the second aphorism according to my research work of doctoral thesis. In my fourth published research article, I have correlated Patanjali Yogasutra with my research topic, that is quantum gravity, according to which actually fundamental unit of physical space-time is spin network and atom of space, whose smallest unit is quantum spin. So if we extrapolate the physical space-time in the backward direction, we may have a state where only single spin network line is available, or I can say only one quantum spin is available. So according to theory of relativity, it doesn't have any meaning because there is no observer to observe it. Only single spin network line is available. According to this analogy, if we apply this analogy to space-time of mind stuff, we may have a state, if we extrapolate space-time of mind stuff in the backward direction, where only one impression or one stream or one vritti is there. So according to theory of relativity, similar to physical space-time, there is no meaning of single vritti. If yogi ultimately achieve the final super consciousness without seed, he may have salvation or he can liberate his soul. So this is the actual meaning of second aphorism. Okay, let me apply another analogy. According to thermodynamics, there is one physical quantity which is entropy. Entropy is nothing but measurement of randomness or disorder. So if we apply this physical quantity to mind stuff, those who are not performing meditation because of the several past life births and because of the impressions of this life birth, their mind stuff is completely restless and turbulent. And if we study the mind stuff of a yogi, because of the continuous and consistent practice of meditation, their mind stuff has less impressions, less vrittis. It means they have less entropy. It simply means that according to my research work, if we apply Patanjali Yogasutra to quantum gravity, we may enter to a portal where second law of thermodynamics completely violates. Means second law of thermodynamics describes that either entropy increases or remains constant. During meditation, in the deep state of concentration, where entropy is very, very less, it means you are extrapolating your existence towards Supreme Being or Ishwar. It means your impressions are gradually decreasing and you are extrapolating your existence towards a state where space-time of mind stuff is merged with Supreme Soul. So this is the actual meaning of second aphorism. So this is how Patanjali Yoga Sutra's richness is, and this is how 196 aphorism will describe whole modern physics in modern perspectives. Thank you very much. If you like my channel and my videos, please click bell icon and you will update with modern knowledge, with modern perspective, with a modern concept of yoga through my channel. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yoga with Rakshit. Yesterday I have explained two aphorisms of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Today I am going to explain another two aphorisms of Patanjali Yoga Sutra that belongs to Samadhi path, that is Tada Drashtu Swarupya Avasthanam and Vruti Sarupya Vitaradra. It translates as at that time the soul gets the state of true self until the state of deep meditation is not over. Another time it feels congruent with the various streams or various vrittis. Let me explain this in brief by comparing with quantum physics. In quantum physics, Young's double slit experiment is well known. This explains the strange behavior of quantum physics or strange nature of quantum physics. In that experiment, when electron gun generates electron as a source, it will pass firstly from single slit, thereafter double slit, and at a distance on the screen we get beautiful pattern because of the wave nature of electron. Suppose if we put detector in the path of electron and because of this interruption, electron will behave as a particle and that beautiful pattern will be disappeared because of the particle nature, and wave function of that electron will be collapsed. So is not it astonishing that nature tends to repeat similar phenomena or structure in the space-time of mind stuff similar to physical space-time? So as you see in physical space-time, when we are trying to observe electron, its wave function is collapsed and we get again electron as a particle and that pattern will be disappeared. Similar to that, when we are trying to observe the nature or when we are trying to feel congruent with the vrittis, our meditation state will be broken and we are again returning towards nature. So in the state of deep meditation that is known as super consciousness, the yogic practitioner feels the state of true self. It means he feels overlapping of his existence with the soul for a while until that state of deep meditation is over. So I can say that in yoga philosophy, we can correlate each and every aphorism with modern physics, modern science by this way. So thank you very much for listening again. If you like my channel and my video, please click bell icon. I will update you all the knowledge that I have by this way, by correlating yoga philosophy with modern physics and my research topic. Thank you very much again. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yoga with Rakshit. So in this series of videos, in the present video, I will describe the meaning of 5th and 6th aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra. So 5th and 6th aphorism are Vrutayah Panchatayah Klishta Aklishta Praman Viparyay Vikalp Nidra Sprutayah. So it translates as there are two types of class of 5 types of streams in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, and these two classes are aklisht and klisht. Aklisht means painless, klisht means painful. 6th aphorism's meaning is there are 5 types of streams are there: evidence, wrong insight, option, sleep and memory. So let's understand what aklisht and klisht vrittis are, or in other words, what painless and painful vrittis are. Those vrittis or those streams which will take you towards Yoga Vidya and Brahma Vidya and makes you free and in the end give you salvation are painless streams or aklisht vritti. Those streams which takes you away from Yoga Vidya and Brahma Vidya and makes you bound and give you too much pain in the end are painful streams or klisht vritti. Sometimes what happens, these painless streams will initially give you pain due to instinctive tendency and law of inertia as you are making new habits, but in the end it is responsible for salvation and making good habits. So similar to aklisht vritti or painless streams, klisht vritti or painful streams sometimes initially give you pleasure because of human instinct, but in the end it is responsible for bondage and give you too much pain and responsible for making bad habits. So these are the meaning of 5th and 6th aphorism. In the next video, I will describe the meaning of evidence, wrong insight, option, sleep and memory kind of streams. So thank you very much for listening. If you like my video, please click the bell icon and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yoga with Rakshit. In the present video, I will explain 7th and 8th aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yoga Sutra. 7th aphorism is Pratyakshanumana Pramanani. It means that there are 3 kind of evidences described in Patanjali Yoga Sutra: direct, indirect and aptavakya, or words told by established yogi. Direct evidences are set of evidences which could be observed by an observer or a yogi directly by his mind, his intellect or his senses. For instance, phenomena of sunset and sunshine. Indirect evidence depends on inference. To explain this evidence, let us take some example. For example, if we observe fog in particular area, what we infer? We infer that that area might have caught fire. Second example is, if we observe cloudy sky, what we infer? We infer that that area have likely to rain. Third example is, level of humidity in particular area suggests that that area might have particular season. So these 3 examples explain how indirect evidence work. So when these 2 set of evidences don't help us, we look for another set of evidence, that is aptavakya or words told by yogis. So what is word told by yogis? So it is the collection which is given in Vedic literature or in our divine Vedas. So Veda is nothing but non-person literature. Why it is known as non-person literature? Because whatever is described in Veda is the collection of expression of experience felt by our yogis in the deep state of meditation, that is super consciousness. So it is completely objective. That's why we call Vedas as non-person literature. So these are three sort of evidences. Sometimes what happens, we may not have answer of our question using these three set of evidences also. So a yogi goes to very deep state of meditation, that is very deep super consciousness, and find their answers for their questions. That's why famous cosmologist Carl Sagan once told that absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. So eighth aphorism is Viparya Mithya Gnanam Tadrupa Pratishtam. It means that which is not established in the form of thing is wrong inside. Viparya means wrong inside. For instance, for a far away point, a piece of shell may seem to us like a piece of silver. So actually it is not. It is a piece of shell. Another example is sometimes what happens when a yogi goes to deep state of meditation, that is super consciousness, nature itself will provide distractions and wrong insight to test his concentration ability and to distract him. This is the second example of Viparya Jnana. So in this video I have explained 7th and 8th aphorism of Samadhi part of Patanjali Yogasutra. So thank you for listening. If you like my video and my channel, please click bell icon and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much again. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yog with Rakshit. In the present video, I will explain 9th and 10th aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra. So 9th aphorism is Saptagnananupati Vastu Shunyo Vikalpaha. It translates as knowledge which is based on words whose actual subject or knowledge doesn't exist is option or Vikalpa Vruti. For example, if you hear particular sound and particular word and decide about that sound and that word, it is the sign of your mind's weakness, because there is a no knowledge behind that word and behind that sound. Let's take one analogy. If you hear many words on super consciousness, yoga, etc., but if you don't practice, you don't have actual knowledge of super consciousness. What super consciousness is? You only have some imagination. Each and every person in a classroom where knowledge of where information of yoga is given will imagine differently about super consciousness. It doesn't mean they have knowledge of super consciousness. Without achieving that state, we cannot say what actually super consciousness is. So we have to practice for that. So there is a difference between Viparya and Vikalpa Vruti, wrong insight and option. So wrong insight think object in wrong perspective, while Vikalpa Vruti imagine thing on the basis of words. So there is a difference between Vikalpa and Viparya Vruti. 10th aphorism is Abhava Pratyaya Alambana Vruti Nindra. So because of the lake, whatever stream is generated is sleeping. So sleeping is a dormant state of our mind stuff. Whatever we are doing or we are thinking during sleeping belongs to subconscious mind of our mind stuff. We cannot do something during sleeping in the conscious plane of our mind stuff. You might have heard about hierarchy of our mind stuff. There are 3 planes of our mind stuff: unconscious, subconscious and conscious mind. So conscious mind holds what we are actively aware of our thoughts, feelings and surroundings. Subconscious mind holds reaction and action which is depends on something which doesn't require our complete focus, because it is governed by habits and fluxes. So if you continuously do something on conscious plane, it makes transition to subconscious mind, a subconscious plane of the mind stuff. It means it doesn't require your complete focus. Third plane is as unconscious plane of mind stuff, which holds our deeper and hidden layer of personality. It exhibits our desire, repression and instincts. So what happens when we practice meditation? So because of the meditation, whatever repression, desire and instincts are there in our unconscious mind makes transition to subconscious mind. Thereafter, by intense practice, it makes transition to conscious mind. That's why it is difficult to meditate in initial phases. So this is about Vikalp and Nidra Vritti. So what we have learned in this video, that Vikalp Vritti is based on just words whose actual subject doesn't exist, and sleep is a stream which is generated or created because of lacking. Thank you for listening. If you like my video, just click bell icon and subscribe my channel. In the next video, we will go for another streams, and we will understand what the actual meaning of super consciousness on the basis of Patanjali Yogasutra. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yoga with Rakshit. In the present video, I will explain 11th and 12th aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra. 11th aphorism is Anubhav Vishaya Sampramoshaha Smrutihi. It translates as, when experienced and felt subject cannot be erased and stay in the revealed form in the mind stuff, such sort of streams are known as memory. Let me explain this aphorism in brief. So I will take analogy of computer. Similar to computer, our brain along with the mind stuff creates multiple layers to store memories. Here there is a difference between memory and impression. Memory is stored in our brain, while impression is stored in our mind stuff. Memory can last till your death, while impressions can last until you get liberation by getting the state of super consciousness without seed. So this is the analogy to explain this. There is another analogy. In computer there are three sort of memories. Cache memory, computer that frequently access is stored in cache memory. Another one is RAM memory, which could be changed, random access memory. Another one is ROM memory, random only memory, which cannot be changed but can be formatted. So similar to computer, our mind stuff has multiple layers. For example, unconscious plane of mind is analogous to ROM memory. RAM memory is analogous to subconscious mind, and our conscious plane of mind stuff is analogous to cache memory. So by practicing meditation, what happens? Meditation will force your past impressions, past instincts, past desire, past repressions to come out from unconscious plane, and to force it to make transition to subconscious plane and thereafter to conscious plane. So let me take third analogy. In computer, we are having zip file. So zip file may hold very small memory in computer, for instance 1 MB, but when it is extracted it may hold several MBs. So similar to zip file, impressions are analogous to zip file. So what happens when impressions are extracted in the state of meditation? It will force your brain to make you remember several incidences to come out regarding that impression. So this is how ancient sort of information theory found in Patanjali Yogasutra works. 12th aphorism is Abhyas vairagyam tannirodha. It means by practice and detachment, one can stop the mind stop taking various kind of streams and control of it. So detachment will force your energy to not to scatter and not to disperse, while practice will give you one pointedness or concentration or focus to get the state of super consciousness, which will ultimately give you liberation or salvation. I have earlier explained the importance of concentration by giving the analogy of lesson. So this is what is called 11th and 12th aphorism, that is Anubhav Vishaya Sampramosaha Smriti and Abhyas Vairagya Tannirodha. Thanks for listening. If you like my video and my channel, please subscribe my channel. I will update you on regarding the another aphorism, upcoming aphorism in the upcoming videos. Thank you very much again. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yoga with Rakshit. In the previous video, I have explained 11th and 12th aphorism. In the present video, I will explain 13th and 14th aphorism. So in the previous video, last aphorism was Abhyas Vairagyam Tannirodha. Let me link 12th aphorism with 13th aphorism. 13th aphorism is Tatra Stitau Yatnau Abhyasaha. It means among two of the above, it means practice and detachment. That which is strive for the stability of the mind stuff is practice. So that is why practice is useful, as practice establishes stability of the mind stuff. 14th aphorism is Satu Dirghakala Nairantarya Satkara Sevito Dratubhumihi. It means prolonged practice, that which is done properly with due respect, make it firm. It means that to make this firm, you have to practice for a long time. Let me explain it more briefly. In Divine Vedas, there is a said that if you control your thought, it will become your speech. If you control your speech, it will become your action. If you control your action, it will become your habit. If you control your habit, it will become your character. If you control your character, it will become your destiny. It means that that's why Vedas tells that you are the creator of your own destiny. So meditation itself will control thought or thinking process. That's why meditation is very useful in day-to-day life. So at last I want to tell that if you practice meditation for a long time, meditation itself will guide you to dive deeply in the ocean of yoga. So this is the science of habit. If you understand these two aphorisms, that is 13th and 14th aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra, you can understand the science of habit. Thank you for listening. If you like my video and channel, please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much again. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yoga with Rakshit. In the previous video, I have explained 13th and 14th aphorism, which is on practice. In the present video, I will explain 15th and 16th aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra, which is on detachment. So 15th aphorism is Drashtanusravika Vishaya Vitrushnasya Vasikara Satna Vairagyam. It translates as by abandoning desire from heard and seen things, one gets detachment. Let me explain this. Initially, you have to pay attention consciously to eliminate desire from worldly heard and seen things. Thereafter, practice of meditation for a long time, the control of impression of heard and seen things will become weak, and thereafter it is no longer bother a yogic practitioner. And 16th aphorism is Tatparam Purusakhya Traiguna Vaitrushnashyam. It means by getting knowledge of Sheer or Paramatma, one lacks desire from tri-traits of nature also. Tri-traits of nature means Triguna of Prakriti. So in the path of yogic tradition, it is said that when your speech becomes silent, your mind will speak. When your mind becomes silent, your intellect will speak. When your intellect becomes silent, your soul will speak. And thereafter, when your soul becomes silent, then and then omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent Supreme Being or Paramatma or Ishwar will speak. So this is the science of silence. So in the present video I have explained 15th and 16th aphorism of Samadhi Path of Patanjali Yogasutra. Thank you for listening. If you like my video and my channel, please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yog with Rakshit. In the present video, I will explain 17th aphorism of Samadhi Path of Patanjali Yogasutra, that is Vitark Vicharananda Asmita Rupanugamat Sampragyataha. It translates as a super consciousness having gradual relation between logic, thought, joy, and ego is known as Sampragyat super consciousness or Sampragyat Samadhi. It is also known as Savikalpa Samadhi, or it is also solution of streams of space-time of mind stuff. What is the actual literal meaning of Samadhi? Samadhi means to bring together. In the state of super consciousness, a yogi gets stable intellect and equanimity. So actually what happens, prolonged practice of deep meditation will purify yogi's panchkos. That is why all the layer of ignorance has been burnt by the power of concentration. This is what is happened during super consciousness. So let me take one analogy through which we can understand this super consciousness. So when we eat some food, what happens? Our digestive system digests it, blood circulatory system absorb nutrition and circulate this nutrition to all the body. Same is applied to all the organ system. But here the question is, who is doing all these things? It is us who is unknowingly doing all these things, but we don't know because of less concentration. But with the increment of concentration, all these things can become at the conscious plane. Similar to this, when a yogi wants to know something or wants to get something, he just asks a question and goes to the state of deep meditation. That is super consciousness. That is why in the science it is said that if you know how to ask a question correctly, nature is ready to reveal her mysteries. That this is very big sentence in science. If any science student are watching my video, they might have aware about this sentence. Similar to this, there is one question is also there. Here, all the answers that a yogi has received is come from where? The question is bigger. Because yogi is not interact with any external body or any external system. The answer is a part of the existence of a yogi is asking a question, and another part of a yogi is receiving the question in the state of super consciousness. This is the correct answer. This is how ancient scientists or our sages or our rishis have received too much knowledge about nature, universe without any external equipments. This is the correct answer, and this is the proper methodology through which we can understand about super consciousness and Patanjali Yogasutra. So in short, I can say that knowledge of all subject is there in our mind stuff if we know how to knock the door of our mind stuff. So in this super consciousness, a yogi can reconstruct all the streams of space-time of mind stuff as he has reached a state where his whole panchkos has been purified and layer of ignorance has been burnt. So this is the correct and appropriate description of 17th aphorism of Samadhi Path of Patanjali Yogasutra. Thank you very much for listening. If you like my channel, please subscribe it. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yoga with Rakshit. In the present video, I will explain 18th aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra, that is Virama Pratyaya Abhyasa Purva Sanskara Seso Anyah. It translates as while getting control of the mind stuff, manifested streams of the mind stuff and impressions become still or pacified. Only unmanifested streams of the mind stuff and impression remains. To understand this, let me take an analogy. In general theory of relativity, famous physicist John Wheeler once told that mass tells spacetime how to curve, spacetime tells mass how to move. It means various astrophysical and celestial objects, according to their mass, creates warping of spacetime around them. For instance, star like sun creates warping of spacetime around it according to its gravitational pull, while neutron star's gravitational pull is more powerful, so it will create more warping of spacetime around it compared to sun. The strongest warping of spacetime in the universe possessed by black hole, still it is weaker than the center of the universe. So similar to this, during asampragyat samadhi, yogi's concentration is so intense that it creates intense warping of spacetime of the mind stuff, so that all manifested streams of the spacetime of the mind stuff and impression become still or pacified. Only unmanifested streams of the mind stuff and impression remains. To pacify unmanifested streams of the mind stuff and impression, a yogi requires more intense concentration, which will create more intense warping of space-time of the mind stuff. So, the way I have expressed and explained this aphorism, 18th aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra, it speaks volume. If you get my point, it means that my effort of this video is successful. I have used quantum gravity, general theory of relativity and modern physics current frontier to explain this aphorism. My two research paper, which is very precious and very beautiful, that is implications of new quantum spin perspective of quantum gravity and new quantum spin perspective and space-time of mind stuff. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yoga with Rakshit. In the present video, I will explain 19th and 20th aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra. 19th aphorism is Avapratyayo Videha Prakruti Layana. It means Videha and Prakruti Lay, that is, by hard practice, cause of bondage of the physical body can be weakened, and such kind of yogi can live outside the body, and if somehow they leaves their body, they will take a new birth just to receive shadless superconsciousness and to make his self free to get salvation. So, and all the memories of yogic practice from their past birth will be received by them spontaneously. This is its translation. Let me explain this aphorism in brief. By the practice of super consciousness for a long time, a yogi can get complete knowledge of how his physical body is connected with astral body by astral cord. Thereafter, he can have complete command on physical body and astral body, and he can live in his causal body. This can only be possible if yogi's all layers of ignorance of space-time of mind stuff has been burnt, and all his past repressions, desires and instincts has been incinerated by the energy of intense concentration. Thereafter, such kind of yogi can travel through space-time of mind stuff and also can enter into others' body, that is Akash Gaman and Parkaya Pravesh. I will explain this kind of yogic powers in the third chapter of Patanjali Yogasutra. Now, if somehow such kind of yogi dies and leaves his body, they will take a new birth just to get seedless super consciousness and to make their self free to get salvation. They will receive all the memories of yogic practice from their past birth spontaneously. 20th aphorism is Shraddha Virya Smriti Samadhi Pragya Purvak Itaresam. It means other yogi have to pass from some stages like faith, strength, memory, super consciousness and intuition gradually. It means Videha and Bhava Pratyaya or Prakriti like kind of yogi don't need to pass from these stages. If we clearly examine, I can say that even Videha and Prakriti like kind of yogi had to pass from these stages in their past birth. Thereafter, they were able to get seedless super consciousness in their last birth. So this is the explanation about 19th and 20th aphorism of Samadhi Path of Patanjali Yogasutra. Thank you for listening. If you like my channel, please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yog with Rakshit. In the present video, I will explain 21, 22 and 23th aphorism of Samadhi Path of Patanjali Yogasutra. 21th aphorism is Tivra Samveganam Asannah. It translates as the more quickly you proceed or the more quickly you practice, the more quickly you will have seedless super consciousness. 22nd aphorism is Mrudu Madhyadi Matratvat Tato Api Visheshaha. It means it in order to intensity in practicing, that is less, medium and more, in getting super consciousness, that is seedless, time plays a bigger role. Let me explain these two aphorisms. In theory of relativity, it is said that the more quickly you move in this physical space-time, comparison to speed of light, the more smaller your time is and the more you will travel in the physical space-time. Or in other words, in general theory of relativity, it is said that the more smaller your line metric or interval is, the more greater the curvature in physical space-time is created. So similar to physical space-time, what happens, the more smaller the line metric means, you are going quickly in yogic practice. It means more greater curvature is created in space-time of mind stuff. It will give you seedless super consciousness very quickly. So I can say that time plays bigger role if we compare Patanjali Yogasutra with special and general theory of relativity. And because of quickness, aging is stopped here in case. That's why time plays bigger role. It will give Kai Sampat sort of Siddhi, which I will explain in the 3rd chapter of Patanjali Yogasutra. 23rd aphorism is Ishwar Pranidhanatva. It means that without all sort of remedy that I have explained in previous 5 to 6 aphorism, just by surrendering to God, one can have seedless super consciousness by intense practice. So what is Ishwar? Ishwar is omnipotent, omniscient and omnipresent supreme being or collective consciousness. When you surrender yourself to Ishwar, it is his responsibility to give you super consciousness, all kind of super consciousness, and to protect your present state of yogic practice. So this explanation is given in Bhagavad Gita also as a yogakshem. It means that you will be protected by your Ishta. That may be different in case of your interest. So I have explained here 21, 22 and 23rd aphorism of Samadhi Path of Patanjali Yogasutra. Thank you for listening. If you like my channel, please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yog with Rakshit. My previous video was ended with the aphorism 23rd, and that is Ishwar Pranidhanadva. It means by surrendering to Ishwar one can have seedless super consciousness. So one must have a question, who is Ishwar? So in the present video I will explain 24th, 25th and 26th aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra. 24th aphorism is क्लेश कर्म विपाका सयेर पुरुष विशेष ईश्वर a being who is totally free from tribulation, that is क्लेश, actions and fruit of action, that is karma and vipak, and group of impression, that is karma, is Ishwar, and that Ishwar is best of all Purush and best of all yogis. This is the 24th aphorism. 25th aphorism is that another characteristic of that Ishwar, and that is Tatra Niratisayam Sarvagya Bijam. Whatever seed or whatever fraction of omnipresence, omniscience and omnipotence is there in every creature is there in Ishwar in infinite amount. This is the meaning of 25th aphorism. 26th aphorism is Satu Purveshamapi Guru Kale Nanavach Chedat. It means this Ishwar is Gurus of all the ancestors and is a Guru of all Gurus, a Yogi of all Yogis. That's why it is known as Ishwar, because he has all sort of Aishwarya. So whatever characteristic is given in the Patanjali Yogasutra is very interesting. The characteristic of Ishwar is also given in Nirvana Satakam, which is written by Adi Shankaracharya. I would like to sing here, and that is Manobodhyahankara Chitta Ninaham Na Chakshrotra Jihave Na Chakrana Netre Na Chavyoma Bhumi Na Tejo Na Vayu Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham न च प्राणसंज्ञो न वे पञ्चवायु न वा सप्तधातुर्न वा पञ्चकोश न वाक्पाणिपादं न चोपस्तपायु चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न मे द्वेष रागो न मे लोभ मोह मदो नैव मे नैव मात्सर्यभाव न धर्मो न चार्थो न कामो न मोक्ष चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न पुण्यं न पापं न शौख्यं न दुःखं न मन्त्रो न तीर्था न वेदा न यज्ञ अहं भोजनं नैव भोज्यं न भोक्ता चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं न मे मृत्युशङ्का न मे जातिभेद पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म न बन्धुर्न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्य चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम् अहं निर्विकल्पो निराकाररूपो विभुर्व्याप्य सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणां सदा मे समत्वं न भुक्तिर्न बन्ध चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपा शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं. Here Adi Shankaracharya each time in each slok of Nirvana Satakam states that who is not Ishwar, and thereafter in the end, in the last sentence of each slok, he tells that who is Ishwar. Ishwar is not Saptadhatu, Ishwar is not Panchpran, Ishwar is not physical body, Ishwar is not our astral body, that is mind stuff. Ishwar is not physical things, bodily things. Then what is Ishwar? Who is Ishwar? Ishwar is a Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. In the Nirvana Satakam, Adi Shankaracharya has stated this sentence in the each slok. It means 6 times. It means Ishwar is that super consciousness. Ishwar is complete state of joy. Ishwar is completely truth. So the way the characteristic of Ishwar is given in Nirvana Satakam is quite elegant, quite beautiful. That's why I have sung that Nirvana Satakam here. So in the present video I have explained 24th, 25th and 26th aphorism of Patanjali Yogasutra that belongs to Samadhi part, which explains the characteristic of Ishwar. Thanks for listening. If you like my channel, please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yoga with Rakshit. In the present video, I will explain 27th, 28th and 29th aphorism of Samadhi Pad of Patanjali Yogasutra. In the previous video, I have explained the characteristic of Ishwar. So in the present video, I will explain if you wanted to call Ishwar, what should you do? So 27th aphorism is Tasya Vachakaha Pranavaha. It means his recognizing syllabi is Omkar. There is one interesting story given in the Panini Ashtadhyayi. That is, initially Shiva played his Damru 14 times. That's why 14 Sutra were created, which is known as Maheshwar Sutra. Before creating Maheshwar Sutra, Shiva played Damru once and Omkar was created. What is Maheshwar Sutra? Maheshwar Sutra is like that. I would roll look Aong Ayoch, Ayavarat, Lanayamang, Aranam Chavai, Dadagas, Chavagadadas, Kafa Chata Thachata Tau, Kafai Shashisharahat. So from Maheshwar Sutra, all the vowels and consonants of Sanskrit were created. So what is the origin of Maheshwar Sutra? Omkar is the origin of Maheshwar Sutra. So this is the importance of Omkar. 28th aphorism is Tajjapas Tadarth Bhavanam. It tells us about the importance of recitation of Omkar. It translates as by reciting of Omkar and meditating on Omkar, one may have divine experience. Actual meaning of that aphorism is one should recite Omkar and meditate on its meaning. Why? That is given in the 29th aphorism, and that is Tata Pratyek Chetan Adhigamo Abhyantaraya Bhavascha. It means by this remedy all the hurdles in the yogic path will be disappeared and a conscious of yogi gets true knowledge of itself. So this is the importance of Omkar. Another importance is while you recite Omkar, it starts with your throat, floats in the midst and ends by closing your lips. So you don't use your tongue. In another word, your tongue doesn't collide while reciting Omkar with your palate. So only one word is there in Sanskrit language which is like that. Another importance of Omkar is it can absorb all divine words. Also it is the representative of all sort of forms of Ishwar. So this is the importance of Omkar. So in the present video I have explained the meaning of Omkar, importance of Omkar and why one should recite Omkar regularly. Thank you for listening. If you like my channel, please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yoga with Rakshit. In the previous video, I have explained the importance of Om, reciting Om, and if you meditate on the meaning of Om, what will happen. Though Om is Ekakshar Brahma, according to Bhagavad Gita, there are many hurdles and obstacles are there which will come during yogic practice. So in the present video, I will explain about these obstacles and hurdles. So I will explain 30, 31 and 32 aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra. 30 aphorism is Yadis, Dhyan, Sansaya Pramad, Alasya Avirati, Pranti Darshan, Alabdha Bhumikatvan, Anavasthitvani, Chitta Vikshe Paste Antarayaha. It translates as Vyati means physical illness, Styan means procrastination, Sansaya means doubt, Pramad means avoidance of action, Alasya means idleness, Avirati means lack of detachment, Pranti Darshan means illusion, Alabdha Bhumikatvan means not getting particular state even after practicing, Anavasthitvani means restless of the mind stuff even after getting certain state. So these 9 turbulent states comes as a hurdle. 31st aphorism is Dukh Dormanasya Ang Mejayatva Swas Praswasa Vikshep Shah Bhuvaha. It means along with these 9 hurdles, that is turbulent state of the mind stuff, 5 other obstacle comes, that is pain. Dormanasya means more restless of the mind stuff due to the unfulfillment of desire, vibration in organs and change in the pattern of inhaling and exhaling. What should we do to stop all these hurdle obstacles? So the solution is given in the 32 aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra. That is Tata Pratisedartham Ek Tattvabhyasaha. It means to stop all of them, one subject should be studied by a yogic practitioner. That is why in the Vedic culture, mantra is given to all disciples of all sects. Reason of giving mantra is to polarize the energy of disciple in particular direction, and it will remove all of the hurdles and obstacles. So in the present video I have explained 30, 31 and 32 aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra. Thanks for listening. If you like my channel, please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yoga with Rakshit. In the present video, I will explain 33, 34 and 35 aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra. Before I start, let me ask a question, and that is how to come out of a situation which keeps on confusing a yogi and how to take a correct decision in particular case. To answer this, let me consider 33 aphorism, that is Maitri Karuna Muditapekshana Punya Apunya Vishayanam Bhavna Taschid Prasadanam. It means by keeping relation of friendliness, kindness, affection and negligence with the state of mind stuff, that is happiness, sorrow, virtue and sin. A mind stuff of yogi becomes clean. Thereafter, as yogi is ready to take a correct decision, and a yogi easily can come out of a situation which keeps on confusing him. So this is the answer. 34th aphorism is Prachadan Vidaranabhyava Pranasya. It means, or even frequently exhaling or retaining the breath, one can make the mind stuff clean. It means this is the second way through which a yogi can take a correct decision and come out of a situation which keeps on confusing him. 35th aphorism is Vishayavati va pravrutti rutapanna manasah sthiti nibandhini. It means created tendency of a subject, here subject may be divine, will make or will bind the mind state of a yogi. For example, during meditation, if a yogi hears Anahat Naad in the right ear, or which is Sushumna Nadi, it may bind the mindset of yogi in particular direction. So in the present video we have considered 33, 34 and 35 aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra. Thanks for listening. If you like my channel, please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yog with Rakshit. In the present video, I will explain 36, 37, 38, 39 and 40 aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra. 36 aphorism is Vishokava Jyotismati. It means by practicing meditation on created sorrowless lamp of light, a yogi's mind state becomes stable. Sometimes what happens during meditation, a yogi gets vision of sorrowless lamp of light. If a yogi meditate on it, his mind state becomes stable. 37th aphorism is Vitaraga Vishayava Chitam. It means by practicing a meditation on detached heart of a yogi, a practitioner's mind state becomes stable. For example, if you meditate on your guru or the characteristic of guru, your mind state becomes stable. 38th aphorism is Swapna Nindra Jnana Lambanam Va. It means by practicing meditation on good vision that comes during sleeping or dreaming will make the mind state of a yogi stable. Sometimes good vision comes in your dreaming and sleeping, and after awaking, if you practice meditation on it, it will make your mind state stable. 39th aphorism is Yathabhimat Dhyanadva. It means whoever has interest in whichever virtuous subject will make the mind state stable. Here I have used virtuous subject. It means subject should be virtuous. Here Patanjali has given freedom to practitioner to practice meditation on whichever subject, but subject should be virtuous, not unethical. 40th aphorism is Parmanu Param Mahat Tattvanso Asya Vashikaraha. It means at that time yogi's mind will be absorbed right from microscopic atom to divine intuition, that is Param Mahat Tattva. Param Mahat Tattva word comes in Sankhya philosophy, which I will explain in chapter 2 of Patanjali Yogasutra. So in the present video I have explained 36, 37, 38, 39 and 40th aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra. It explains various methods of practicing meditation, or it explains various meditation sites which a yogi can use to make it firm. Thank you for listening. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yog with Rakshit. In the present video, I will explain 41th aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra. This is the second definition of Sampragyat Samadhi, which is found in Patanjali Yogasutra. Earlier we have seen first definition of Sampragyat superconsciousness, that is a superconsciousness in which logic, thought, joy and ego are remained in gradual order. It is known as Sampragyat Samadhi. Let's take the Sanskrit aphorism, that is Kshina Vruter Vijatasyev Manena Grahitru Grahana Grahyetu Tatastata Danjanata Samapatihi. It means a yogi's clean mind state like transparent crystal whose all external streams are weakened and decayed, and thereafter this mind state becomes still by being congruent among accepting and object of acceptance is known as Sampragyat Samadhi. Here acceptor means Purush or seer or conscience of yogi. Accepting means mind state quad and senses or antakaran chatushtya or and indriya. And third one is object of acceptance, which is 5 physical elements and its work or Panch Mahabhut and Tanmatra. So earlier I have explained, whenever yogi wants to know something or wants to get something, he just asks a question and goes to Sampragyat super consciousness. Then what happens? One part of his existence ask a question and another part of his existence answer the question. So here you will get the meaning of that sentence. Here what happens, accepting an object of acceptance, which are three separate entities, are become congruent and become one. It means that yogi forgets his own existence. Okay, earlier I have given the definition of concentration also. It means timelessness and egolessness. It means here yogi don't feel his own ego for a while and don't feel the time for a while. So this is how yogi gets all the answers of his question in Sampragyat Samadhi. There are many subclasses of Sampragyat Samadhi also, which I will explain in the next videos. So in the present video, I have explained Sampragyat super consciousness second definition according to Patanjali Yogasutra, that belongs to Samadhi part. Thanks for listening. If you like my channel, please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yog with Rakshit. In the present video, I will explain 42 and 43 aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra. 42 aphorism is Tatra Sabdarth Jnana Vikalpe Sankirana Savitarka Samapatihi. It means a super consciousness in which word, meaning and knowledge are mixed up is known as logical or Savitarka Samadhi. Whenever a yogi wants to know something about either macroscopic or microscopic object, he goes to super consciousness and he will have answer about that object. But here the condition is that in this case word, meaning and knowledge are mixed up regarding that object. So this is the explanation of Savitarka Samadhi. 43 aphorism is Spruti Parishuddho Swarupa Shunyavat Matra Nivarsa Nirvitarka. A super consciousness in which word and meaning is completely merged with its form, and a yogi for a while forgets the form of his own mind stuff and he might have the knowledge of that object's form only. This is known as Nirvitarka super consciousness or Nirvitarka Samadhi. So this is how you may have the knowledge of the language of animals also. In physics there is one process, that is sonification, where what astrophysicists do, astrophysicists collect cosmic data and converts this data into sound. But Nirvitarka Samadhi is the reverse process of sonification, where a yogi collects sound and converts it into the data. It means knowledge. So this is how we can understand about Savitarka and Nirvitarka Samadhi. Another example is, if you want to understand the language of, for example, dog, a yogi, a able yogi can go to Nirvitarka Samadhi and decode the actual meaning of sound that comes from dog's voice box. So this is how one can understand the language of animals. So these two super consciousness are subclass of Sampragyat Samadhi. So in the present video, I have explained 42 and 43 aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra. Thank you for listening. If you like my video and my channel, please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yog with Rakshit. In the previous video, I have explained logical and non-logical super consciousness in the 42 and 43 aphorism. In the present video, I will explain 44 and 45 aphorism. That is, 44th aphorism is Etayaiva savichara nirvichara cha sukshma vishaya vyakhyataha. It means similar to logical and non-logical super consciousness, savichar and nirvichar samadhi or thoughtful and thoughtless super consciousness could be understood. 45th aphorism is In case of thoughtful and thoughtless superconsciousness, the point of concentration or point of meditation is Sukshma Vishay or microscopic object, whose Sanskrit slok is Sukshma Vishayatvam Chalinga Paryavasanam. Let me explain this. Similar to logical and non-logical superconsciousness, when a yogi wants to know something about microscopic object, he just goes to superconsciousness and asks a question. If in the superconsciousness word, meaning and knowledge are mixed up, in case of microscopic object, that superconsciousness is savichar samadhi. If actual existence of meaning and word is merged with its actual form of object and only its actual form exists, and for a while yogi forgets his own existence of the mind stuff, then such a sort of superconsciousness is nirvichar samadhi. So there is a basic difference between logical, non-logical and thoughtless and thoughtful superconsciousness, and that is the point of concentration or meditation's subject. In the first case, subject of meditation is macroscopic object, that is 5 physical elements. In the second case, that is thoughtful and thoughtless superconsciousness, subject of meditation is microscopic object. So in the present video, I have explained 44 and 45 aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra, which is about Savichar and Nirvichar Samadhi. Thank you for listening. If you like my channel, please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yog with Rakshit. In the present video, I will explain 46th, 47th, 48th aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra. 46th aphorism is Taeva Sabichah Samadhi. It means whatever super consciousness that I have explained earlier, that is Sampragyat, Asampragyat, Savitark, Nirvitark, Savichar, Nirvichar in the 17th, 18th, 41, 42, 43, 44 and in 45th aphorism are superconsciousness with seed type of superconsciousness or Sabij Samadhi. Why it is known as Sabij Samadhi? Because here the point of concentration of a yogi is any subject or object, or in other words, a yogi is sowing a seed in the state of superconsciousness. Here a yogi wants to get something or wants to know something about any subject or object. So 47th aphorism is Nirvichar Vaisaradhya Adhyatma Prasada. It means in the state of superconsciousness, when superconsciousness like thoughtless superconsciousness becomes extremely pure, a yogi receives spiritual bliss. So this is the outcome of Nirvichar Samadhi. 48th aphorism is Rutambara Tatra Pragya. It means at that time when yogi's thoughtless superconsciousness becomes extremely pure, his intuition becomes doubtless and illusionless. It means in getting any subject or object or knowing any subject or object in this state of superconsciousness, doubt and illusion no longer trap a yogi. So this is the meaning of 48th aphorism. This all superconsciousness will give something to yogi which is extremely valuable, but still it cannot give liberation or salvation to a yogi. Nirbij Samadhi can only give a yogi salvation or liberation, that I will explain in the next video. Thanks for listening. If you like my channel, please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much. Hello friends, welcome to my channel Yog with Rakshit. In the present video, I will explain last 3 aphorism of Samadhi path of Patanjali Yogasutra, that is 49, 50 and 51. 49th aphorism is Srutanuman Pragyapya Manya Vishaya Vishesharthava. It means by comparison to hearing and inference based intellect, the subject of this intellect is special. It means the intellect which is created in the superconsciousness is special comparison to hearing and inference based. Why? Because in the normal state, whatever we know about unknown things, or whatever we, if you want to identify unknown things, you have to depend on your hearing and inference ability. That's why the intellect which is created during Nirvichar Samadhi is special. 50th aphorism is Tajjah sanskaro anya sanskar pratibandhi. It means impression that is created from this state, that is Nirvichar Samadhi, will control and stop all the other impressions. It means that from now yogi can control and stop all other impressions by this created impression from Nirvichar Samadhi, and if a yogi wants, he can reconstruct his own space-time of monster. Okay, 51th aphorism is Tasyapi nirodhe sarva nirodha nirbijah samadhi. It means even by stopping this last created impression, a yogi gets seedless super consciousness. So after getting seedless super consciousness, for that yogi, nature ceases to exist and space-time of mind stuff also ceases to exist. Because according to theory of relativity, there is no importance of single impression, and after getting seedless super consciousness, yogi's soul is completely merged with Supreme Soul. His consciousness is completely merged with collective consciousness, and his self becomes free and he gets salvation or liberation. So this is the importance of seedless super consciousness, and the value of, you can understand the value of seedless super consciousness. Various other super consciousness can give you various powers, various abilities, various things, but they cannot, it is not able to make you free, or it is not able to give salvation. Only seedless super consciousness can make you free and can give you salvation. So this is the end of this chapter. In this chapter we have seen what is super consciousness and what is the property of super consciousness, that is Samadhi. From the next video I will start chapter 2, that is Sadhana Path of Patanjali Yogasutra. Thanks for listening. If you like my channel, please subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.